Hello and welcome to the Cavern of Terror.
So then I left with the vampire and the zombie got stuck with the witch. Oh hey guys, let's talk about Cabin Fever. Cabin Fever stars Ryder Strong, Jordan Ladd, James DeBello, Serena Vincent, Joey Kern, and is directed by Eli Roth. Oh, and by the way, I have a gift for someone. Just for you, Gory. Aww. Cabin Fever starts out like a slasher movie, even down to the 20-somethings heading out to a cabin in the woods. But you might want to get that thought out of your heads, because that's not what we're dealing with here. Not so much a slasher killer, more like a flesh-eating virus. I think I'm gonna be sick. Even though Cabin Fever was released in 2002, the script was shopped around back in 1995. Unsurprisingly, no studio was on board to bring this story to life. They thought the horror genre was dead. In a way, I don't blame them, considering the landscape of horror in the 1990s. But then again, Scream was released in 1996, the following year. It's funny how the world works. Is that Ryder Strong from Boy Meets World? It was kind of cool to see Ryder Strong play a quiet, kind of out-of-the-way character. The total opposite of Sean from Boy Meets World. Plus, he's got some mad skills with a screwdriver. Strong's Paul character has a side story that hit me, and I'm sure will hit most of you close to home. Being so in love with someone and not sure how to tell them. Until that one day. That one day you have courage to confess your love on the playground, and then you find out she's a witch, and she hexes you. Wait, that was just me? Damn witches. One of the smaller things that I really enjoyed in this film was the transitions from scene to scene. Roth does this really interesting thing where he inserts second or so long clips to transition from scene to scene. There aren't too many of these, but the ones they do show are pretty gnarly. I'm a huge fan of the practical effects and prosthetic makeup shown here. KNB Effects Group and Greg Nicotero did a fantastic job on the gore effects and prosthetic makeup. I really thought these kids were rotting from the inside out. Interestingly, Eli Roth has not one, but two cameos. One being a bowling alley employee that appears in a story told in the film. I actually wouldn't mind seeing a movie about that story. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. Even though this isn't a slasher film, Roth's writing really gives off that vibe. Especially with the characters. I mean, we get the slightly off town folk that run the station right on the edge of town. And of course, the kids. This might be an unpopular opinion, but these characters kind of reminded me of characters that would come from the Friday the 13th series. Yeah, they can be a little douchey at times, but I couldn't help but like them. I will assure you though that they never went this far. Another thing that I really liked about this film was the humor. Now, I know it's not going to land with all of you, but I think it's going to work for you. Yeah, you, over there. I think you're going to love it. I'm not going to lie to you guys, there are some moments. But I firmly believe they serve as a PCA for wrap it before you tap it. In the end, guys, I'm going to have to give Eli Roth's Cabin Fever a metal claw. I saw this movie shortly after it came out back in 2002, and I've loved it ever since. If you guys love gore, especially Eli Roth's special brand, you're going to love Cabin Fever. For those of you that haven't seen an Eli Roth film and are curious, this one could be your gateway. Alright guys, that has been my review of Cabin Fever. What did you think? Let me know down in the comments down below. If you like this video and you want to see my next Cavern of Terror review... Jack? I haven't seen you since I picked up Deadpool. Where have you been? I've been down at the Boneyard. Excuse me. Don't worry about it. The Boneyard? Are you crazy? You know vampires hang out down there. Oh, trust me. There's much worse than vampires down there. Anyway, I was wondering if you could help me out. What did you do this time, Jack? Why do you always assume that I did something? Well, if you want me to start from the beginning, there was the Mummy in San Juan, the Poltergeist in South Dakota, the Shapeshifter sisters from Ohio. Hey, you had fun with those sisters, don't tell me you didn't. Yeah, they were pretty fun. What do you need? So, I was playing some poker with some werewolves, and one thing led to another. Werewolves, Jack? Really? What do I need to do? They want you to do a review. What? They want you to do a review of... God. How? I haven't seen this one in a long time. Hey, Jack. I was wondering if you want... Typical.